So we have to go back now to 1979 when Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers were working on their third studio album called Damn the Torpedoes. Tom Petty had hired Jimmy Iovine to co-produce the record, and in this episode we're going to highlight two hit tracks off the album. One was the easiest to record in just one pass, while the other was the most difficult, requiring about 100 attempts to get it just right. Beginning with the easiest, Tom Petty stated that it was absolutely one of the only ones that went really quickly. The funny thing though about this song is that it was so easy they weren't sure they were going to use it, so they ended up setting it aside and shelved it. And then one day as they were getting close to finishing the album, Tom Petty said the assistant recording engineer, Tori Swinson, who had been sleeping on the sofa in the control room, raised his head up and said, "What about that Don't Do Me Like That? I really like that one." So they all agreed to bring out the tape again to replay it, and then thought, wow, this is great, and added it to the album. It then went on to become Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers' first and only top 10 hit. Released on November 5th of 1979, here's a sample of the easiest song to record for their Damn the Torpedoes album, Don't Do Me Like That.
Listen, honey, can you see? Baby, you would bury me. I was talking with a friend of mine, said a woman that hurt his pride, told him that she loved him so. Don't do me like that.
And now for the most difficult track. This song was just a challenge from the start. Since it was a standard practice of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers to record the core of each song live in the studio, they had to get the right feel in a single take, and then go back and do overdubs like extra guitar, organ, and vocal tracks. So to begin, the drums took days just to get them to sound right, and ultimately they ended up having to tune the snare extremely low to help support the song. But the drums weren't the only problem. The entire rhythm section just wasn't jiving right with Tom Petty's vocals. They tried over and over to get it right, but they just couldn't nail this one. Tom Petty is quoted as saying, "We must have recorded that 100 times. He then goes on to say, "I remember being so frustrated with it one day that I think this is the only time I ever did this. I just left the studio and went out of town for 2 days." And only then, after Tom Petty's short hiatus, was the band able to regroup and finally get it recorded just right. Released on January 11th of 1980, this song was the second single from the Damn Torpedoes album to become a hit, peaking at the number 15 spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Here's a sample of the most difficult song to record. It's called Refugee.
We get something, we both know it, we don't talk too much about it.
Those two songs are what we call sonic gems.